So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. As earlier we have seen that what is AWS, Amazon Web Services, what is pricing, what is its technology, how the cloud computing maximum depends on this AWS, and we have gone further of the topic to the IAM. IAM means Identity and Access Management. So how does an user or a group or owner can access or maintain or give the policies to the group or anything sort of permissions or passwords, how they can be sent or set, how an user is created, how a group is created, everything we have seen until now. Today we are going to see about a service and the service that is provided by the AWS, that is EC2 or ECC, that is probably known as the best service that is awarded by the AWS. So EC2 or the ECC will be told as the Elastic Cloud Compute. Means, as in the name itself says, it is a computer clouding technique or cloud computing technique that is given for any sort of sizes of the files, like it can be stretched like elastic. So this is a web service that provides the resizable compute capacity in the cloud. As I said, no, how much might be the space, it can be easy to compute or easy to cloud compute the information that we have. Amazon EC2 reduced the higher required to the obtain and boot new server to the new minutes, so that allowing you to quickly scale capacity both up and down. Means you can change the capacity from up or down, or you can go for small or low to the high, and you can go according to your computing components. Means which type of server you are using, which type of components you are using, which type of operating system you are using. These all can be reduced or can be easily utilized by this AWS EC2. So this is the main purpose that we use the EC2. So the Amazon EC2 charges, the EC2 charges are the charges which is a virtual machine. So which depends on the 6 components that are required for any type of computer or a virtual machine. So here the general changes that of the economics of computing by allowing you to pay on online capacity that you want to use. Means, as I said earlier in the introduction, AWS has a unique pricing system where the cloud computing prices will be according to your demand, not according to their rates. Fair any sort of fares will be not like that. Like if you see, there will be no fixed prices for any sort of servers that are located or can be used in the AWS. So here the pricing system is different, so that you can use it hourly or based on the prices that you bid, or the prices that you can allocate at that time by the which server you are using or which zone you are using. So the basic components of the computer that which we use as a working machine, or simply we will say this sentence as the virtual machine. Virtual machine has 6 type of components. They are operating system. Either we can use Windows or Linux. Generally we use Linux in different sort of companies like Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, SCUS, companies like that. Next we have CPU. This gives the processing power to the cloud computing or the cloud server. Next we will be having the local storage or the hard drives. It might be SSD, magnetic, or any sort of data preserving method. Next, network card means internet access. We will be having any sort of LAN or Ethernet or any internet access card, so that we will be using the internet for engaging into the cloud computing. Next, firewall. As we know, we need the security to store the data which is given into the servers. So we need a strong firewall. Next we will have the RAM. RAM means, as we know, random access memory. That is which includes that hard drive, so that it will be seen how fastly the computers or the virtual machine can be worked, or the input or output, or any sort of processes that need to be done are done fastly or not. So EC2 instructions are allowed for, they are created in the place where we will have any probability of checking which zones are available, which servers are available, which region we are there in. So it will be having basically a server checkup first. The server checkup will be having the service health, means in your region, is the service fine, is the service good, is the service free, is any tension or any traffic is there in your service, will be checked first. So if we get a green symbol or a green ticket there, we will be having the creating an instances in the created area, so that we will select particular regions which is near to your zones. So if we want, I am in AP, so that if I want any sort of zone from the AWS, we will be picking up Mumbai. So Mumbai is the nearest zone for us for creating an AWS server to a region, so that we have two regions or the two zones that are allotted for the AP. AP has South 1 and South 2, and we will be nearly getting through the process where either of it can be used for creating a zone. So another option also will be there in the creating of the EC2 instances, like we will be having scheduled events. It will be checking for any scheduled events. Means if you have created an event but you have scheduled it to the particular time or particular date or particular month, then it will be saying you that you will be having some sort of scheduled instance at that time. So you can wait until the time, so that you cannot hurry the instances or create new instances in replacing them. So in the creating of the instances, instances will be dependent on the 6 components as we said earlier. We will be having basically creating the instances will be like in creating a user. So creating an instances will be having choosing an Amazon machine language or a machine image, means we will be selecting which sort of operating system we are using, like as I said earlier, Windows or Linux. Linux might be any sort of matter. Windows can be in the form of 2019, 16, 12, 10. Any sort of Windows server will be used in this concept. Now in the Linux we have, as I said earlier, Ubuntu, Red Hat, SUS. We can use that servers. Mainly we will use Amazon Linux AMI 2019 version or the any version that is up to date. So that is the basic Linux that is used for the creating AWS EC2 instance. So Amazon Linux AMI is opted for that, so that there will be some of the servers or the instances that might be free at that time. Means you are eligible for the free servers or the free usage of the benefits of the AWS when you buy an account in the Amazon. So if you buy an account in Amazon, you will be getting 750 GB of creating the data and 750 hours of serving those servers. So you can be getting this type of this much of time and this much of memory that you can be used for the cloud computing. So second step for the creating or choosing or launching an instance is choosing the instance type. Instance will be coming under the process of selecting RAM, CPU and the internal storage. As I said earlier, in the internal storage we can select any sort of data which any sort of place like SSD or magnetic tape or any sort of tape. But here basically if we go for free services, as I said earlier, we are eligible for the free services. So in the free services we will be having SSD and magnetic, and in the CPU also we will be having 1 gig of data or 8 gig of data size. We will be selecting that. RAM will be as compared to the data that we have selected for the internal gig. So then we will go for next step like configuring EC2 instances. Configuring means we will be maintaining the or giving the permissions for the EC2 instance, so that how much the time should be taken or how much the portal can be having, what is the IP address that can be located by this, or any sort of information is configured here. So everything will be maintained as default. Just we will be seeing that whether the public IP service address is enabled or not. Public IP service address means will be ending or the starting will be at the 0.000, 0.0.0, like that it will be there. So we will enable that public IP, and we will go to the next step, so that we will be adding the storage. We will be assigning the storage in the cloud server, so much how much the data should be there in the server, how much it should be processed, we will be assigning here. Next we will go for giving the tags, means which people or how many people should use the server that is needed for the people of including your user group or the owner group or the root user or any sort of user. You can be adding it there because you are a root user, you can add them. Then we will review everything we have given until now. and we will be checking the instances, and we will be launching an instance. So we will be getting a password. So here we have two types of passwords, like for entering or logging into it. Generally we have user ID and password, or else you will have access key and password. So access key and password will be like, you will be given an access key, so that you will be creating a new one, you will be downloading that one, so that it will be in the PEM file. So you need to convert it into PEM to PPK file, so that PPK is the description that is recognized by the Windows operating system. So generally, if you are using in the Windows operating system, you need to convert the PEM file into PPK file by using the application that is or the file that will be used to translate it is known as the PuTTyGen or PuTTyGen. It is the generation of the code that is required for us, and we will be having that same PuTTY login application or the file that is used to log in the server that is created now as an EC2 instance. So we have now entered into the EC2 instance. We have seen the data or the server which will be present in between us, like it will be there in a black screen, and we have the coding data. So but we have basically 4 types of options that are given by the EC2 instances. So first option is on-demand instance. On-demand instance means you can pay for computing capacity by hour or by second, depending on instances that you can run. No longer term commitments are required. Means in further detailing, if we go into the on-demand instances, the user that prefer the lower cost and flexibility of Amazon EC2 without any upfront payment and long-term commitment. You cannot pay. I mean, you should not pay any. You need not pay any sort of payment that is required for it before the using of the server, or you can use it for the server for shorter time, like application with the shorter time, spiky and unpredictable workloads that can be interrupted. So without any interruption, we can use this server for the weeks or the days. How much time you can use it, but you need not pay the payment before the usage, as we will pay the payment after the complete usage of the server. Now the application being developed and tested on the EC2 for the first time. If you want to check any sort of application in this server, whether it works or not, or you can test run the Amazon. You can test run the application in this Amazon. By that, you can know how much time it is frequently abrupted or interrupted, or any sort of errors are there in the servers. You can see in the application by checking here. So any person who don't want any commitments with the Amazon, or who don't want to spend the money which is not needed, or which is not needed for the certain time, you can go for on demand. Next we have reserved instances. Reserved instances are the types where provide you with a capacity reservation and offer significant discount on hourly charge for the instance with 1 year or 3 years terms. Here the commitment is there for even 1 year or 3 years. Now we will see the detailed explanation of it. That is application with the steady stage usage. Means once this application is started, then we will be using this for complete steady state. Means it will be not spiked or order in between them. So application that may require reserved capacity means we will be having some, as I said earlier, we will be having some sort of data that is required for us, so that it can be running in required CPUs or the required monitors that are required for us, so that it will be having the work in a steady stage. As I said in the first point, there is no hurry in that, or no changes in started of the work. The customers that can commit the EC2 usage over a year or 1 year, 3 years term to reduce the total computing cost. As I said earlier, if we buy longer time, the cost will be reduced by 10%. In the introduction, as I said, here the customers who guaranteely think that their application needs this server for the 1 or 3 years, you can see the prices at the time, and you can check whether if it is lesser or not, so that you can compare it. Generally, it has a 10% margin, so that it will be reducing the computing cost. Next one is the spot instances. So the spot instances are instances enable to you to bid the whatever the price we want for the instance capacity, and providing the greater savings if your application have flexible start and end time. So as I said in the introduction, this is the AWS pricing which has the bidding on it. Means we will go for detailed information, that is application that can be having the flexible start and end times. So here in this application can start anywhere, end anywhere, or you can give any sort of artifications or any sort of information that is required to you by the nodes of patches in this server. So application that can be only feasible at very low computing prices. So if you bid at certain time, so if you bid for suppose $2, at the time we have the server at the range of $2, you can immediately start the work in that, so that you will be having, generally if you see to the comparison to the on-demand instances and this spot instances, we will be having a margin of 90%. Means generally we have 2%, means it will be having at that spot time we will be having $0.2 or 2 cents. So here the basic difference is 90%, so that it is very less compared to the on-demand services or on-demand instances or reserved instances. So user with urgent computing needs or larger amounts of additional quantity to serve or computing any large computers, any large compression can be done, or cloud computing can be done. It is spot instances. So this is the best one for starting at any time or ending at any time, or users that can be using large amount of servers at the single time. The spot instance can be used. So the fourth one is dedicated hosts. So dedicated hosts are the hosts where we have particularly prepared a physical unit or the physical company or the physical person that is required to maintain the hosts or the servers that are frequently run by the company, that is or the application. So these are the different type of topics we have learned about the EC2 today. Tomorrow we are going to learn about the EBS. Thank you.